Lisa Denae Live starts now. Only on Stunner Radio, the heart and soul of the culture.
I don't see the mouse.
This show is sponsored in part by Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services, offering quality tax preparation, serving clients nationwide. For more information, visit www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Saturday, July 31st. I cannot believe that July is out of here. Can you guys believe it? What happened to July? It seemed like it just came and went. I feel like I remember June, but July was a whirlwind. Is that just me?
No.
July seemed like it just was 4th of July, and all of a sudden it's July 31st. I don't know what's going on, but the time is going by really fast. So I'm so excited to be here today, July 31st. We have a very special guest in the building with us today. One of the Stunner Radio OGs is in the building. Felicia Chantel is here, and she is the CEO of IAG Productions. She's going to tell us all about her I Am a Survivor seminar that's coming up, and she has some big news about the event. So I cannot wait to get into that. But before we do, I do want to shout out our new listeners in Botswana. I am so happy that you guys are listening to us. Hope you can understand what we're saying. Hope you can understand our slang and our craziness. But thank you so much for listening to Stunner Radio. I haven't forgot you guys in the Ukraine. I haven't forgot you guys in the Philippines. You know what? The Philippines love us. And y'all really show us a lot of love on our website and on all the podcast platforms that you guys listen to us on. I just want to thank you. And maybe someday we can go to the Philippines and do a live show. I'm down with it. I don't know about y'all, but listen, COVID, the Delta strain is wreaking havoc in the world. Not just the United States and other countries. It's really, really being torn apart by this Delta variant. So I know that we all have kind of gotten out of wearing masks, but I just want to encourage everybody, still wear your mask, and don't do what I say. I mean, don't do what I do, just do what I say. Because believe me, I haven't worn a mask in like a month. But this Delta variant is nothing to play with. I just saw the news this morning where they said a vaccinated person, now this is on record, a vaccinated person died from the Delta variant. This is a big deal. Because we've been told that the vaccine is going to help us all be safe. It's going to help us be able to get back to normal life. And imagine getting a vaccine and contracting the Delta variant and dying. I mean, wouldn't you be kind of mad? I would be. Because, I mean, they've made it out to be like we're going to be safe. So listen, everybody, do what you need to do to be safe. Don't just rely on what you hear on TV. This is new even to the doctors, so they don't really know what's going on. But this Delta variant is very scary. Another thing that I heard is going to be school time very soon. Children are being affected by this Delta variant as well and hospitalized on respirators. And we're going back to school. Now, I know here in Texas, y'all know we're a renegade state, and our governor is smoking the loud pack or something. Because he's talking about there will be no mask mandate. So we have to kind of like police ourselves and protect ourselves, because at some point we can't worry about how they feel about our health. We got to be careful about what we do with our own bodies. So if you're in the state of Texas, you guys just be smart. It's so many music festivals going on and people are just all in each other's faces. And I'm telling you guys now, this is my prediction. We're going to be back on lockdown by the end of this year. We're going to be back on it, I'm telling you. So y'all need to be hollering at these people who can give you a work from home job like Stunner Radio. Because listen, we're going to be on lockdown again. So I just want to make sure that our people, because we have these underlying conditions, as they say, that make us more susceptible to COVID-19. So Black and brown people, please govern yourselves accordingly. Do we have something, T-Baby? Oh, you can't see me. Okay. So yeah, T-Baby is running our show today. Y'all shout out to T-Baby in the comments. Hey, Miss Carol, how you doing? Thank you so much for watching. She said, move the flowers so we can see you. Thank you, Miss Carol. We always depend on you to keep us together. So anyway, you guys, we have a very special guest in the building with us today, Felicia Chantel. She is the CEO of IAG Productions. And she's going to be telling us about her special event that is coming up. It is an annual event that she does here in the city of Houston, Texas. I am a survivor, and it is a seminar. So we can't wait to hear about that. And we're going to be talking a little bit about mental health. You all know that our girl Simone Biles, she pulled out of some of the events in the Olympics. We know about our other girl, Naomi Osaka, who pulled out of a competition for the same reason. It's our time, ladies. It's our time, Black queens, to make them represent and respect us, because we have a lot going on. We need to protect our peace and our mental health at all costs. I don't care if you are a national public figure. It doesn't matter. We need to protect our mental health. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit as well. We are going to take ourselves a quick break and hear some words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back, you guys.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Denae, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Denae and Stunner Radio sent you. Are you looking for ways to take your business to the next level? Well, Houston, we have a solution. The Boss Up Bootcamp is here to help you level up. Join Lisa, the Boss Lady, and her amazing roster of speakers that will give you the inside scoop on turning your side hustle into multiple streams of income. This is your year to level up, but don't delay. Register now before it's sold out. Visit www.lisathebosslady.com to register for this event and for more information. That's Lisa, Lysa, THA, Remember, you gotta be in it to win it. So register today, and don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
All right, we are back. We are back with our very special guest, Felicia Chantel. Hey, tell everybody who you are and what you do, and welcome back to Stunner Radio.
It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. Man, first of all, shout out to you, Miss Lisa Denae. If it wasn't for you, a lot of things in my life would not be happening this year. I will say that.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
So, hey everyone, my name is Poet Goddess P, aka Felicia Chantel. I am the CEO of IAG Productions and the curator behind the 7th annual I'm a Survivor seminar that's actually happening next week. Well, is that next week?
It is next week.
Next week, August 7th. It is an artistic counseling event where I gather with some of the artists in the city of Houston, and we counsel to the community through different forms of art. I got some big news, and honestly, I'm not supposed to be sharing this with anyone, but because this is where I got my first start on radio, I'm going to share it with Stunner Radio guests.
Hey, all right now.
So on August the 7th, we will be announcing that I'm a Survivor seminar actually have a date in the city of Houston.
Wow.
So therefore, whatever you have survived in life, whether it's domestic violence, child abuse, bullying, you survived a house fire, whatever you survived in life, you have a day in the city of Houston to now officially celebrate. I got chills. I'm sorry.
Right. Yes, it's something about surviving, being a survivor. All right now.
So just a little bit about who I am. I am a poet. I'm an actress, a full-figured model. I am a humanitarian. I put on shows around the city of Houston, from poetry to comedy to now seminars. We put together plays. Anything you want to see in the city of Houston, we put it on for you. And honestly, the reason why I said I wanted to shout out to Miss Lisa Denae is because she actually helped me with starting up my mentoring program that got noticed by Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
All right, that's what's up.
Which is the reason why tomorrow, at the same time, we'll be doing a back to school event at the Black Store with some of the biggest youthful entertainers in the city of Houston. From Little Jesse to the G-Boys. I mean, we also giving away school supplies, so you got your kids, you're trying to figure out what to do for the summer, come on out, hang out with us. We're playing games all day, as well as we're going to have some guest speakers involved as well. So there's a lot of different things we got going on this year, but hey, I'm overly happy.
And shout out to the Black Store.
Yes.
If you are in Houston, Texas, go and visit them. They are on Cullen Avenue, 8616 Cullen, and it is Black-owned beauty supply. They have a nail salon in the back. You guys go check them out. It's a really awesome place. Y'all say y'all want to support Black business. Now, put your money where your mouth is and go holler at the Black Store.
Yes.
So Felicia, it is so great that you are continuing this is your 7th annual
Yes.
I Am a Survivor seminar. And you have the keynote speaker, Niecy Hamilton. And we know her from being a survivor of human trafficking. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. So tell us, how did you come up with this?
Well, I came up with this idea because I wanted to make a change. I wanted to do something different. I was told yesterday when I was 17 years old, I told my poetry mentor, Ajali the poet, that I wanted to bring change in this community, in the area. I wanted to share love. I wanted to change lives. I wanted to help the youth. And I said that at the age of 17. I'm 32 years old now. And yes, I'm still young, but at the same time, just think about being 17 and now being 32, and now you're putting on seminars and you're putting on press conferences for the congressmen, and you doing all these different things just because you was determined. So creating the I'm a Survivor seminar is that event where I wanted to help. I wanted to change the lives of some people in the city of Houston. It's so many times we have events where it's one particular thing that you survived, but you don't have an event where everyone can come together and say, I survived this. I survived something different. I survived that. We coming together and uniting as one and saying, I am a survivor.
Yes.
And there is nothing greater than just saying that. When you really feel it, when you really know that you let go of some things in your life and you said, I'm moving forward, I'm pressing on, and I'm not looking back. That's where I got this concept from. It's just a seminar saying, us as artists, we put a lot of what we do, a lot of things that we've been through into our art form. Ms. Lisa, you a singer, you know what I'm saying? So I know you know what this means, you know.
Absolutely. Well, one thing about being a survivor, it changes who you are. When you survive something, especially something very traumatic, it changes you. So, normally people get caught up in how people view them, what people think of them, if people like them or not. Survivors, we worry about that, right? Because we have survived something so traumatic. Whether you like me or not, that's not my problem. Right. I mean, I could care less. So we are very different individuals, and it's great to have a event where we could all come together, especially as artists, because a lot of artists are misunderstood. And people say, oh, they flaky or they flighty or something wrong with them and they different. Yeah, we different because something has transpired to make us different and to change us. So I think it's really great that you provide this type of platform, because a lot of people are misunderstood because coming through something traumatic changes you. Yeah. And sometimes it changes you for the worse, but for those of us who have kept it moving and become better people, it changed us for the better.
Yes. I remember being told that it's one thing to write about what you've been through, but it's another thing to perform it. I was told that if I really wanted a real healing, to take the poetry that I write and perform it on stage. Ajali used to tell me, she's like, treat the audience as if they're your therapist. That stage is your chair, and that microphone is just your mouthpiece. Allow you to tell your story to your therapist, which is the audience. And when you leave from that couch, which is that stage, just leave it all out there. Don't look back. Allow the therapist to figure out what you're talking about.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. I mean, for me, the stage has always been like the one place where I don't have to be nothing but who I am.
Yes.
I don't have to put on a front. I don't have to put on my professional voice. I can be who I am for real. And so that's the reason why I love the stage. And I think this is really great that you're highlighting this, because some people get run away from their calling because of critics, or because maybe they weren't accepted in their city that they're in and they're not supported. But I think this is a good thing to tell people, keep moving, keep going, because like you said, the audience can be your therapist.
Yeah.
So even if you may not be getting support that you think you need and want, it can help you to just get up and do your craft and express your art. Yeah. So I think that's amazing.
Man, it's more like with me, my poetry, I have this book that I'm working on that you inspired me to do.
Let's get it.
I started working on the book last year when Miss Lisa was like, why don't you write a book? And I'm like, I thought about it. But then all of a sudden, it just came to me. I was like, I need to.
Yes.
I have way too much poetry for me not to have one.
Right.
So I started working on my first poetry book called My Life Stories.
Okay.
How poetry saved my life.
Oh, wow.
And while I've been in the midst of writing it, because it's taken a lot longer than I thought, because I'm telling my whole entire life through this book. So within the midst of that, I've been working on my very first poetry EP.
Okay.
So I'll be dropping all of this January 5th of 2022, which is the day of my birthday.
Okay.
I've also started my own jury line, which is called Goddess Affair. So you inspired a lot of this. That's the reason why I was so happy to be on here, because I wanted to tell you this face to face, that by you telling me start your own, with you having your own business, let's make some money. Yeah. It don't cost. And I will say, it does not cost to start your own business. All you need to do is have the ammunition. You have to be inspired. You have to have a mentality to say, I can do this.
Right. And don't stop.
Exactly. You can't.
And she hasn't, as you can see, this is her seventh annual, and now it's going to be recognized with a day in the city of Houston. And that is really good. One thing about being a survivor and talking about it, sometimes people are afraid to tell their story. That's why I have to, just give you your credit for doing that. My life, how poetry saved my life. Man, because people can look at you from the outside and they think they know you. Yeah. But when they really hear what you've been through, they will be shocked. Like, wow, she's still here?
Like, she went through all of that? I'm like, yes.
Yes. But also it gives some insight as to who you are. Yeah. Because you've worked with me before. A lot of people say, oh, sometimes you can come off as abrasive. Sometimes you can be rough. But if you know what a person go through, you'll understand why they are the way they are. Yeah. So that's why I feel like this is huge. And I'm just so proud of you for keep doing it. Because we all know sometimes within your own city, people don't support. Yeah. They'll support some celebrity coming from out of town who don't even know them, right, and go to their seminar, and it'll sell out in 2 hours. Oh, yeah. But you got to constantly tell people it's coming before people support. So I'm glad that you don't stop, that you continue going, because that's how you get to where you're going. Just keep going. Don't stop. So what do you want to tell people out there who are afraid to talk about what they survived?
Find a quiet place. The first person that you're going to end up talking to is yourself. It's okay to talk to yourself. Trust me, I do it all the time.
and answer back.
Right. Sometimes, like, literally have to look at myself when I feel like I want to just start crying just because I'm going through something. First thing I do is I stand up and I stand there in the middle of probably in the middle of my room and literally tell myself, Felicia, go sit down and let Goddess Feet take care of this. Because we get in our own way sometimes. And it's only because we're so used to doing things on our own. We're not used to having people there with us to say, hey, I got you. Sometimes you have to pat yourself on the back. Sometimes you have to tell yourself you're doing amazing. Sometimes you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do it. And actually then pray about it and then go out there and do it. Because faith without works is dead. Right. And I strongly believe that. And you don't have to do all the work, okay? And I'm not telling you to do all of it by yourself. But by you trusting in yourself and believing in yourself, you can conquer anything. Don't just stop at where you think you're comfortable at. Sometimes you have to be in an uncomfortable situation in order to get to the next level.
That's right.
So keep moving, keep pushing. Don't let anyone tell you can't do something. A lot of times that will stop us every time.
Yeah, it will.
But we can't do that.
No. And you know, I think about all the things that people told me I couldn't do. And it never fazed me. I was just like, okay, that's your opinion. Right. But it never fazed me, never stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. But my heart goes out to people who it does stop. Yeah. You know, when they hear that you can't do it and they just won't even try. So that's why people like you and me and all those other people out here who have overcome insurmountable obstacles have to tell our stories. We have to, because people will look at us and say, well, if she did it, I know I can.
Come on now.
I know when I used to go into the domestic violence shelters and I would take my book and I would be all gussied up and I'll take my little music and let them know I'm a singer and I'm an author. And they'd be sitting there looking at me like, okay, somebody else is going to come talk at us about how we can change our life. I could just feel the vibe.
Yeah.
But I will open up like that so they can see me in a certain way. And then I'm going to drop the hammer on them. And I used to be at this shelter that you at right now. And they'd be like, oh my God, what? Yes, I was at this shelter that you at right now with my kids. And it changed everything. They were like, wow. Well, how did you get from here to there?
Come on.
What did you do to change your life? And I just had to tell them just what you said. I believed against all other voices, the voice of my own. I believe my own voice against all other voices. And that's what you got to do, because a lot of people will say things to you and about you, and it'll keep playing in your head. I mean, the minute you try to do something, that thing they said will play in your head. Yeah. But I listen to my voice the most because I know that God is directing me. And so there's nothing that I can't do when God is in the midst of it. So I am super proud of you, because I know you work so hard. And sometimes when you work so hard and you don't see results, you just be like, what the hell? Right. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm working day and night. But you just got to keep pushing. And clearly this is what you've done. So I want to encourage everybody to check out this seminar. It's the 7th annual I Am a Survivor seminar. Tickets are still available, you guys. You can get tickets up into the day of the event. That's right, Felicia?
Yes.
Okay.
It is available up until 3 o'clock on August the 7th. Tickets are still available. It's right now. And honestly, if you're tuned in right now, instead of paying the full price, you can get your ticket for 2 for $20.
Oh, come on.
All the way up until that time. Only because you're a Stunner Radio listener.
Yes. Okay? You can get your 2 tickets for the 2020. So come on in. Ain't no excuse. Come on, you guys. You got to be there. A very special keynote speaker, testimonials from Derek Harper Jones and Rethia Jackson. We know Rethia from Girls to Mom. I mean, she's got Lyric the Poet, Abstract, Duchess Pendragon. Oh, Duchess has been on Sunday Radio. And we've also had Abstract too. Hey, we got our peeps on this.
Right.
And listen, you guys, it is hosted by Lady K, and life coach Erica D. Montgomery is going to be there as well. So it's called, the theme is the completion. Now, you know, I can shout right there. I can shout right there.
Come on, shout for it.
Because, you know, that's one of the biggest things that I feel like holds us back sometimes, starting something, but not completing it. or not allowing the process to complete you.
Yeah.
And all life is a process. So I am super excited for IAG and Poactry Productions, because one thing I can say about Felicia, she is always focused on her goals and her dreams. And sometimes things don't work out, but you keep pushing.
Yeah.
And I am very proud of you for that. I'm glad to say that you was one of the originals,
right?
OGs of Stunner Radio. I am proud to say that. And, I'm just happy to see that you're moving on with your calling and what you are doing, because I really do believe it is a calling. I really do. I believe it is a calling. So you guys, once again, tell them where they can get tickets.
You can get your tickets right now by going to Ticket Leap, typing in, if I can see one of these right quick.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
By going to Ticket Leap and typing in IASS 2K21. That basically means I'm a Survivor Seminar 2021. You can do that by just going on to Ticket Leap and doing that right now. The tickets are available as we speak. Don't wait till the last minute, because I don't want you to get to the door talking about I got 2 for $20 and you didn't get and you don't have the ticket on hand.
Right.
Or you can Cash App $Goddess Fee. That's GODDESSFE.
Come on with the Cash App. We love Cash App. So listen, I have to say this too, because you talk a lot about how you continue to pursue your dream. And I love what you said about you talk to yourself.
Yeah.
And you say, Felicia, go sit down and let Goddess Fee handle this.
Yeah.
I have always felt like what you call yourself makes a difference. You call yourself a goddess, so you know there's a goddess inside of you.
Yes.
You know that you have creative power to create your own world if you need to, because that's what gods do. They create their own world, their own existence, and their own reality. So because you are a goddess and you call yourself that, it manifests in everything that you do. And so, ladies, I don't have nothing against being called a bad bitch, because I believe that's me sometimes too. Okay,
you gotta be there sometimes.
But at the same time, be careful what you call yourself, because it does affect the way that you manifest things into your life. You have to be very careful what you call yourself. So Goddess Fee is in the building. We're going to talk a little bit about mental health, because I think that everybody saw or knows about Simone Biles pulling out of some of the competition at the Olympics, citing mental health issues. She also has a case of the twisties, which is a gymnastic term. But let's talk about mental health a little bit in Black women.
Yes.
Because I feel like for some reason we are always the last people to be checked on and thought about and, validated.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? And what are your thoughts on Simone pulling out from the competition?
I feel like it was needed.
Mm-hmm.
With the world watching you at every chance they get a chance to, you have to put on this persona in front of the world. It can mess with you a little bit, because you're putting on this front in front of the world, so they see this smile, but you can't work on yourself while the world is looking at you. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you got to take a sit back and relax and take a mini vacation sometimes,
right?
Just to get your mind back right and just think things through thoroughly. Because when you don't do that, you subject to fall into this mental illness.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of people are afraid of that term mental health. They feel like that means something, I'm crazy, or I'm not fit for being a mother, or I'm not fit for my job, or it doesn't mean any of that. It means it's just like your physical health. We all need to check up on our physical health. Right. So we need to check our mental health. For me, it really struck a chord with me when she pulled out. I had already commented on Naomi Osaka pulling out of her competition for mental health issues. And the reason why it struck a chord for me is because sometimes I notice that as a Black woman, we're not allowed to have the same issues everybody else in the world has. When we do it, it's all of a sudden a problem or an issue. I heard a statistic that Black women are denied pain medication at a higher rate than any other women.
Wow.
Because doctors feel like we're not really in pain,
right,
or you could take it, or you strong. That's insane.
I've heard that many. This is T Baby from the Peanut Gallery. I've heard that many times. That my cousin and I have that conversation on a daily basis, is that when you go to the doctor, they think that you're making things up.
Right.
They don't believe that you're in the amount of pain that you are. It really takes place when women are going through female issues.
Yes.
It's the first thing they automatically denounce what you're telling them, and then when they realize that you were telling the truth, it's too late.
Right.
And you went through a numerous amount of doctors and pain medicine, and now you're on a bad standing with your body.
Right. And then if we choose to self-medicate, we the problem. But what are you supposed to do? You know, and it's just like I remember when I had an injury on a job injury, and one of the guys in the HR department happened to be a black man, told me, I'm going to send you for a x-ray, but I'm just letting you know right now, if it turns out that there's nothing wrong with you, you're going to have to pay back Amazon for the time you took off. Why would you even tell me that if you don't even know what? I haven't had no x-ray yet, not one diagnosis, haven't been seen by not one doctor. You just automatically assumed that I was lying. A black man too. And it's sad. And why people, what I don't understand is, shouldn't you expect us to have mental health issues?
Right.
If that's the way we treat it? I mean, why wouldn't we?
And honestly, we've been having mental health issues way before now.
Yes.
Going back to slavery days.
Yes.
I mean, this is just a recurrent action, and they always, even back then, they didn't feel like nothing was wrong with us.
Right.
They don't feel like we should have problems. We don't. They never see what we go through.
Right.
And we are the ones that's the most ridiculed. We're the ones who go through the most. We're the ones who that don't get paid what we're supposed to get paid.
Right.
We're the ones who suffer the most.
Got to carry the whole family most of the time. And you making miracles on the little coins they give you.
Come on now.
So it's really amazing, but I'm so happy that we are smart enough to create our own platforms and let our own voices be heard, because we can't allow people to speak for us.
Yeah.
We have to start speaking for ourselves. And the truth of the matter is, we go through this life with so much baggage that is placed on us by other people, and we're sick of it. So I applaud Simone, I applaud Naomi, I applaud every woman who is standing up to protect their mental health. Because at the end of the day, when you going crazy for real, it's nobody going to be there for you but you.
Right.
So you do have to protect your mental health. And, you know, we here at Stunner Radio, it's a big deal for us. Black people and mental health is something that we talk about a lot, because, you know, we don't get the access to care that other people get, but we got to start kicking down these doors and demanding it.
Come on.
Because we are great contributors to this country, to this society. So I don't know, I get on my soapbox in a minute. But I mean, I'm just gonna share this real quick and then we're gonna move on. Even today when I took my son to his swimming lesson, his swimming instructor, he had a new instructor. She was a female, but of a different race. And she consistently, I sat there and watched her. I said, I'm not gonna say nothing if it's the first time, because it might not be intentional. But around the third time, I had to interrupt the class, because you got your whole back turned to my son and you talking to the other kids, giving instructions on what they're supposed to do. You got to talk to him too. So I said, excuse me, you need to talk to all the kids, not just them two, because the other two kids was of another race. You need to talk to all of them. And then because she was a new instructor, she introduced herself to the parents and the kids. She asked the other kids their name and then asked me my son's name. He could talk for himself. Why you didn't ask the other kids? Why you didn't ask their parents? You asked them directly.
Yeah.
But when you came to my son, you asked me. And I had to check her afterwards. I said, listen, I need you to understand something. Treat everybody the same, because I see you. And boy, she looks scared. Oh, God. But I need you to be scared. I need you to be intimidated. I need you to understand that how my phone just started. I need you to understand that we're not taking it no more.
Yeah.
We're not sitting down letting y'all walk over us. And so I'm very happy about Simone. I'm happy that people that are in the international spotlight are doing this, because it just brings more attention to a lot of things that we go through. Remember when she first started, people was clowning her about her hair.
Yeah.
No other culture of women have to go through that.
Not at all.
Was anybody else getting memes made about them because of their hair?
Mm-mm.
I mean, people don't understand how that can affect you. All these things can affect you. So I'm glad that a lot of celebrities were supporting her and her decision. Her man was supporting her, and that's the big one right there. Get you a man that's gonna support you. Okay,
come on now.
In public and in private. That's what I'm talking about. So, or a woman. Hey, we don't discriminate. Get you somebody. Okay. Whatever form that may be in. So, Felicia, thank you so much for coming to Stunner Radio today and spending this time with us. I want you to tell them again before we go how they can be a part of the I Am Survivor Seminar, how they can attend, tickets, and all of that.
Well, make sure you follow me on social media. That's at Felicia Chantel or IAG Productions on Facebook as well as Instagram. You can purchase your ticket through Ticketly, which is by typing in IASS2K21. That is I'm a Survivor Seminar 2021. Or you can go ahead and cash out your $20 to get 2 tickets, right? For the price of 1. You can cash out at $GODDESSFE. This has been a wonderful time. The I'm a Survivor Seminar, this is the 7th year. It's happening on the 7th day of August, and we're all going to have really 7 performers performing. So that's 3 sevens. If you go by numbers, it's 3 sevens. That's the reason why it's the year of completion.
Yes.
It's time to let go of some things. It's time to release some things that you have been through in your past and say, hey, I'm moving on and I'm starting over. So I hope to see you in attendance on August the 7th at the Black Store. That's 8616 Cullen Boulevard. That's in between Belford and Cullen Boulevard.
And that's right here in the city of Houston, Texas.
H-Town.
I want to shout out to Sheila Jackson Lee because, it's crazy that she got arrested the other day for protesting, but she held it down like a G. She was walking with that little zip tie on her arm like, I ain't phased. What y'all think? I'm good. So, it's sad because we all watch these white folks tear up the Capitol. Yeah. We ain't see no arrest. Did you see any?
None.
I didn't see none. So for them to arrest our congresswoman for protesting, it just shows you the double standard.
Yeah.
But it's all good because I'm sure she's fine. But I just want to shout her out for her courage and for her commitment and for her long suffering with that same hairstyle. I love you, but that hairstyle, baby, need an update. I'll let your girl. I'll let your girl because I got some ideas for you. But anyway, we love her here in Houston, and it's just sad to see something like that and to see how these people tore up the Capitol and acted a fool, and we really didn't see that many arrests in that case. So anyway, any last words that you want to leave with our listeners and our viewers?
Stay true to who you are. Stay true to who you are. Don't let anyone tell you anything differently. And if you don't love you, it's better start time to do it. Don't wait till tomorrow to do what you should be doing today. In the words of Miss Lisa Denae, you are a goddess, so live it.
I know that's right. You need to understand. I live by that. That's the reason why I have always loved her poetry, because that's the biggest thing that drew me to her was her name. I seen one poetry event that she was at, and her name was Poet Goddess Fee, and I was like, okay, she already knows she a goddess. I'm with this. Because, that's one of the things that when people ask me how did I survive my childhood, which was very extremely traumatic, I knew it was a God inside of me. I knew that I was a goddess. And I decided to create my own world. So regardless of the world that was around me, it has become my reality. We can go into a long, drawn out testimony, but we're not going to do that on today.
Did you want me to spend something today?
I would love for you to spend something today. I love that. So that'll be a great time to close out the interview, a great way to close out the interview. So I'm going to be quiet and let you do your thing.
Well, in the spirit of I'm a Survivor, I'm going to do this poem. It's called I'm a Survivor. We were given a platform for a reason. So we're going to use it for the glory of his name and not for our personal adornment. We were sent here on an SOS mission from the Lord, saving souls across his land, guiding them back towards him as a reimbursement of our praise, letting them know that we too have been exactly where you are. once afraid to leave our trials and tribulations, now standing before you as a survivor. Look, we have all been there. We was afraid to let go. But then God reminded us that he is here for us whenever we are ready to come back home. See, we serve a forgiving God. We serve a loving God. We serve a God that is worthy of all of our praise. But don't get us wrong. This mission that we are on is definitely not an easy one. At times it sends us back to a time of uncertainty, but then I hear a voice that whispers to me, letting me know that he has sent me back to this place, not for me to dwell in the test, but to gain confidence to one day and share the testimony. And this is a story of how I survived. I'm a survivor.
Woo! Yes! I love it. Every time she come and make me want to preach. I don't know. It's crazy when you said, but don't get us wrong. I thought you was going to say, because we will cut you. But that's my poem. My bad. Hey, I love it. But, it's so wonderful. Every time you do a poem, I'm so in awe of how you remember everything and how you spit it with so much passion. That's just amazing. So thank you so much once again for gracing us with your presence. I am a Survivor 7th Annual I Am a Survivor Seminar. This coming Saturday, August 7th, at the Black Store. The VIP reception starts at 4 p.m. and the event starts at 5 p.m. Get your tickets on Ticket Leap, and just shout out to IAG Productions, to Lady K, to everybody who is a part of the team. You guys keep doing the dang thing. We are in support of you here at Stunner Radio, and hopefully for the 8th annual, we'll be able to be a sponsor or some sort, because I really do believe in what you're doing. So thank you again for being here. You guys, it's been real. It's been really great. I want to remind you that Lisa Denae Live will be moving to Fridays at 7 o'clock p.m. That is my original time slot from 2014 when I first started doing this here radio thing. So I'm so excited to go back to 7 o'clock on Fridays, because y'all don't be up on Saturdays at 1 o'clock. Y'all catch the replay. But hey, I ain't mad. I love that y'all catch the replay. But Friday, we will be coming to you guys live at 7 o'clock, and I'm super excited. We have an amazing guest on Friday that is going to be here, so be on the lookout for all the social media. Shout out to all of our listeners from all over the world. I'm so happy that you guys rock with us in Germany, in the Philippines, in Botswana, in Nigeria, in Italy, all the countries that I can't remember, the Ukraine. We do get the stats, and we are so happy that you guys rock with us. Continue to check us out on www.stunnerradio.com. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and listen, if you would like to have your own radio show, holla at your girl, at Lisa Denae, on all social media platforms. And if you would like to advertise your business on Stunner Radio, we can do that for you. Go to our website, stunnerradio.com, and we'll give you all the details. I love you so much for your continued support, and we have some big things coming up for Stunner Radio. Every time I think about it, I start stuttering just like that. I can't share it with you now, you guys, but it's going to be so major, and I'm so overjoyed and excited for Stunner and all of our on-air personalities. So we're going to leave you today from some more words from our sponsors, and we will see you guys next week on Friday. Bye. Hey.
You are now in the presence of a real one. You are now in the presence of a real one. You are now in the presence of